You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 5.
We're glad you're with us this evening. I'm Terry Brewer.
And I'm Lauren Brooks. Topping the news tonight, remembering 9/11. Sunday marks the 10th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks.
As we approach that day, we look back at how West Alabama reacted to those events.
But first, how local law enforcement officials played a part in helping with the recovery after that tragic day. Details in tonight's top story. Members of the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office were called in October 2001 to help perform an operational assessment of the response to the attacks. Then in January 2002, a larger team went to help sift through more than 70 acres of debris. Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton told us these were great learning experiences for his department.
We also had the opportunity to get another look at how things were coming together in regard to Joint Operations Center, the collaborative effort. At Freshkill, you had state, local, and federal government officials all working together to deal with issues.
Tonight at 6, hear how Sheriff Sexton says his department and many agencies across the country have changed in the aftermath of 9/11.
The attack on America's freedom hit home for our nation's firefighters, police, and other first responders. 9/11 forced fire departments around the country to change how they train for disasters. Captain Jim Ray with Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue says that training carries over to other disasters like Tuscaloosa's response to the April 27th tornadoes. Ray says now, 10 years later, their training includes a stronger emphasis on response to terrorism.
Our job has changed significantly. In other words, we've changed some of our focus, and not just that, but we've gained more focus in areas where we weren't spending time and effort. We do a lot more emphasis on our hazmat training and some of the TRT training that we do that is in response to terrorist attacks.
There will be a memorial Sunday starting at 6 o'clock at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater. It's a family-friendly event, and firefighters say no graphic or disturbing video will be shown.
The entire nation was stunned by the terrorist attacks on 9/11, and now we're taking a look back at how people right here in West Alabama responded in the days after. President Bush activated National Guard troops to help combat terrorism, including 200 soldiers from the National Guard Armory in Northport. For that reason, the Armory went on high alert as troops from all over the state came to the site for special orders. Getting into the National Guard Armory here in Northport isn't easy. 2 men armed with M16s and 9mm pistols keep a watchful eye on the entrance 24 hours a day, and a barricade adds extra protection. When we approach the property, guards ask for photo ID, then radio the main building to check for authorization.
Yeah, if you don't have a official business, we are not letting anybody in. We stop most vendors up there at the gate now. You'll see more of that now probably in the future.
This site is home to more than precious information and high-ranking officials. The Armory will soon serve as a command post for troops who will learn to protect Alabama's 6 major airports from terrorists.
That would be Mobile, Montgomery, Dothan, Birmingham, Huntsville, and Muscle Shoals.
Chief Bert Hedrick of Northport is one of the 75 guardsmen called to active duty. He will leave his job at the University of Alabama to coordinate airport security training.
We're going to train them in what to look for and how to recognize terrorist acts so that they can see what's going to happen beforehand and maybe to head it off and actually be a show of force too. The National Guard is here to protect the home front. That's our #1 mission, and right now we've been able to do it.
Again, we've been looking back at West Alabama's response to the 9/11 attacks. That report filed October 4th, 2001.
A day of celebration for West Alabama veterans is set for this weekend. It's called Picnic in the Park. The Tuscaloosa VA Medical Center is hosting the Welcome Home event this Saturday. The program is for returning combat veterans from Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and now Operation New Dawn, and their families. There will be free food, music, and games for the kids. Information on benefits and services will also be available. The Picnic in the Park is Saturday, September 10th from 10 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. For more information, you can call the number on your screen, 205-554-2000.
President Obama is set to unveil his plan to create jobs tonight. The president will pitch at least $300 billion in job proposals. He's expected to propose paying for some of his initiatives by closing corporate tax loopholes and increasing taxes on wealthier Americans. His plan is expected to meet with resistance from Republicans. A set of polls shows Mr. Obama's approval ratings on the economy are at or near the lowest levels of his presidency. But an Associated Press poll finds more people assign blame for the economy to former President George W. Bush and congressional Republicans and Democrats than to Obama.
On your Health Watch, some good news for people afraid of needles. This year's flu shot is getting smaller. In fact, a pharmaceutical company is introducing a shot that's 90% shorter than the typical 1-inch needle. It delivers the drug just below the skin instead of to the muscle like the big needle does. For now, the little needles are only for big people ages 18 to 64. And if you're wondering where to head out to dinner, Zackett's has released its restaurant ratings. Subway comes in at as the top fast food mega chain in the U.S. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, and Taco Bell are next on the list. Five Guys tops the list for restaurants with less than 5,000 locations, followed by Panera Bread, Chipotle, and Chick-fil-A.
On your Money Watch tonight, good news for people who missed layaway. Walmart says they are bringing it back. Walmart ditched layaway back in 2006, but officials say now they're rolling out a holiday layaway option. This comes as Walmart is trying to reverse the 9 straight quarters of sales decline. Company officials say the layaway will run from October 17th through December 16th, but they may extend the option throughout the year if it is successful.